if no one can pull her through, that is.
Does anyone else have rope?
Yeah, I think I've got some rope. Might have lost some rope over time. Let me just have a look at my bag.
I have plenty of rope still.
Yeah, I think that's correct. I think Weylin, you've got some, and Coco, you've got some.
All right. I guess I'll take Wayland's first. Give me a couple seconds and I'll just climb up and make a knot. How high up is the rope from the ground?
So with the angle of the incline or the escarpment, you're doing it quite well. There are some areas that are quite treacherous. However, it's about 30 feet up on an incline.
Okay. I do have, I believe, 15 feet of climbing.
Mhm.
Can I use it as a dash and do 30?
Oh, it's totally. You can if you have the climb ability, that's totally fine. Outside
Okay.
combat, it's all good. It's just during combat, that's the limit in which you can do it in like 6 seconds.
Yes. Okay. I will just climb up and then make a knot.
I'm just saying, I'd love to climb 15 feet in 6 seconds.
Me too. Me too.
Like 4 meters. Yeah, that's a lot of meters.
You probably could.
I could probably do it in 15 minutes.
And a couple of breaks.
Yeah.
A little tea break halfway up, yeah. All right, Bree, you have successfully attached both ends together. Peering down, you can see the other 4. Renala still in Adrick's arms, but the bear is definitely on the floor after hoiking that thing up here.
I'll scurry back down. So how are we going to do this?
We throw the bear
How high?
really high and really hard.
I'd like to see you try.
I'm looking at Loch and I'm like, go on then.
Is any of that? Is any of us actually strong? Like, do we have? Do we have any?
Loch's pretty strong.
Actually strong.
Weylin, you were glowing like Goku. You could probably do something.
Well, Adrick's relatively strong, I would say. All that time hammering things or whatever.
Like, is anyone above a 16?
Well, Adrick is, if you're going to be numeric about it, 16.
Oh, okay. No, you're actually fairly strong.
Yeah, you're actually fair. Yeah, okay. Whereas Wayland's kind of like 8. You know.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yo, same.
Samesies.
Oh, but you're so wonderful with your bow. Here, hold my hammer. Don't.
I actually think the reason why Loch is so strong is because his wild shape effect has corrupted his sheet.
He's become the bear.
He's a
become
mutant.
the bear.
Mutant.
It's time to bear arms.
Can I, if I can climb up the slope carrying Renala, does that look possible?
No, you would have to have some sort of hoist.
Okay.
Can I climb the slope with? I think Bree used my rope. I had a full rope, so that's got like a dangly little bit. Kokopelli, can I borrow your rope, please?
Sure.
I kind of put it around my waist and climb up the slope.
Okay.
Towards the top of the slope.
Yeah, so at the top of the slope, it's quite a bit of a pain getting up there. Some of the rubble sort of shifts underneath your feet, and it's definitely not as easy as Bree made it out to be. But there is a couple of handhelds, some footholds that you can get in and get to the opening. That is the tunnel back up.
All right. I'd like to find a second point of anchor.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to find some stuff that's strong enough or useful.
All right, excellent. I tie the rope around the anchor from my waist, pull up the rest of the rope, and loop it around the top of the of the rope to create like almost a winch system that I can pull on.
Okay, that is all set. You give it a bit of a test. It seems to work in the way that you want it to work.
All right, Adrick, you can connect what you want to connect, and I'll help you bring it up with my muscly arms.
Whoopsie-doo. I'm going to try and wrap Renala in my blanket.
Okay.
So that we're not actually tying the rope around her neck or something like that. But try and get her wrapped up and then see if we can, then I can tie that onto the rope such that Weylin can pull on it while I climb up lifting it. Does that make sense?
Yep.
You get what I'm trying to do?
Yes, it's almost like the I forget what it's called, but like when you rappel down, you've got that break almost. You're trying to sort of like do that bit in reverse.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
kind of want Weylin to take the lifting of Ranala while I'm climbing up to making sure she doesn't smack herself on the rocks while he's hoisting.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he's strong enough to lift a gnome.
He should be. I'd hope so.
If you do a little rabbity arms.
Hippity hoppity poo.
I'm imagining a sort of Tyrannosaurus Rex style. I mean,
It's kind of like a reverse assisted abseil.
Yeah. All right. So, sorry, Bree, whereabouts are you? Are you still at the top of the hole? Sorry, at the top of the incline. Yeah. Oh, I think she went away actually. So apologies. Okay, Weylin, you have Adrick meet you at the top with Ranala in tow.
Sweet. I take a hold of Renala and set it down gently.
Well, the only place that you'll be able to set her down would be either to sort of like to keep her hanging there, or to sort of go in front of her whilst you hold onto the rope, and she's sort of like perched on top of you, on like your legs or your lap.
All right,
But
we'll have to do
unless
that.
she's going to roll down, yeah.
Yeah.
all the way up and then drop her again. No, don't do that.
Some actual abseiling.
I'll emerge from the hole to try and help Weylin gnome handle her onto the somewhere flat.
Yeah.
No, man.
So I take it you will want to pull Renala through the hole, correct?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So if you were to put Renala sort of in that area, you wouldn't be able to get around her. So there needs to be sort of almost like a shuttle system going on.
Yeah, so Weylin will move back, of course, and
Mm-hmm.
and sort of just pull Renala as Adric pushes her as he makes room for himself.
Okay. All right. So who is going to go up through the hole to try and start pulling people through?
I'll climb ahead.
Okay.
I'll wait, sort of speed up the rock faces past them as they're pulling up and get ready to hoist them through.
Weylin will have to continue forward because there's no room for him.
Yeah. Okay. So Loch, you get past everyone and you emerge through the hole. It takes a little while to climb up. It was a bit easier getting down. The rope has been secured to sort of quite a large boulder, sort of one of the largest ones that Bree could have found close to the tunnel. And you could start trying to pull whoever is going to be coming through the hole. So just describe to me like how everyone's going to be doing. Are we going to be going up in like halves, or are we going to try and get them out of the hole first, and the rest of you follow through?
Is there enough room?
No, it's one. So getting down there, you had to squeeze in. So you all can't go up at the same time. Sorry, go sort of side by side at the same time. You can go in tandem, but definitely pulling Renala and the bear through is going to be a bit of a struggle, but definitely doable.
Yeah, so Wayland's just going to be pulling Renala through in front of Adric. Not sure what the plan is with the bear at the moment, but we'll get Renala through, and
Okay.
and then I'll come back.
Okay. So the rope will be sort of like at the base of you. So as you're sort of trying to squeeze up and move, you can sort of pull the rope between you, and Adric, you can sort of push up, and then with the help of Loch at the top of the tunnel, it definitely isn't the most difficult of tasks. When you start out, Adric, you're about to enter the hole with this plan. Is there anything you'd like to do prior?
No, I don't think so. I'll have a look around. Can I see anything?
No, you can just see Coco and Bree in the area. Coco's still by the bear down at the bottom of the escarpment, and Bree sort of hanging on the incline, just waiting to do more stuff with the rope.
Okay, no, I will follow up with the gnome.
All right. So it is definitely difficult, but with the help of the three of you, Adric, you see that Weylin sort of gets out of the hole, and as he helps Loch, Renala just pops free, and Renala is now sort of laid down at the top of the entrance hole. It's going to be a struggle getting that bear through.
We're going to have to try it again, aren't we? Will the bear fit in the blanket?
Would the bear fit in the bag of holding?
Yes. Yes. We'll keep the head out.
I don't think. Can you put living things in a bag of holding?
I think they
You
suffocate.
can, but they have to hold their breath for a number of turns before they suffocate.
What if he
mean,
kept his
we-
head out?
Oh, that's a good shout. Just the body
Yeah.
inside.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's not really gonna fit in a bag of holding.
Yeah, now hold on. How heavy is the bear? Because I think the bag of holding can only hold like 500 pounds.
Oh, it definitely holds
And,
together.
and it's got to fit through the opening.
It's a tiny opening, ain't it?
I thought it was like a magical opening. So as the object goes in, it contorts to fit inside it.
No, it's not a PE bag, is it?
So it's about 100 kilograms.
It would fit you, Loch, but not the bear.
So 220 pounds. But it's not necessarily just on mass, it's also shape and size. It's kind of the reason why I didn't let you all take loads of that adamantine construct that you found. It just wouldn't fit. You would have burst the sides of the bag of holding. And the same, unfortunately, goes for, not to be bearer of bad news, the haversack that you've got, Bree.
Yep, I
It
figured.
wouldn't fit in that, yes, sadly. Not even in the main compartment, because that's quite big, actually. It's like twice the size of a bag of holding, I think.
Is it? I thought it was smaller.
I think so. It's got like 5 different compartments, I know that.
Yeah.
Giant eagle form. Would I be able to carry the bear?
Not through the hole, no.
No, but he could then just be dragged through.
But you can't wild shape anymore.
I've still got one wild shape on mine.
No, you've used both
Oh
because you got
no, I
knocked
did
out of
use
it.
both.
Yeah.
Oh god damn it! That
Does
goddamn
anybody have
dragon.
polymorph?
I do, but it's a level 4 spell, and I've got no more level 4s.
No.
And also, polymorph is a little bit of a weird one because of the way that
It
what's
says
it
it's
called?
got to be a willing creature.
Yeah, well, you would be the willing creature.
Oh, no,
You
but
kind
what
of take on the mannerisms of the beast.
What I was gonna, if I polymorph the bear into like an ant, it just pops in my pocket.
Don't smash it though.
You know what? That's not actually a bad shout if you had it.
But I'm not. I haven't got the level 4. Can I have a quick? I'm gonna look to the group. Have we got time for me to have like a half an hour nap?
That's not quite how it works.
just a little power nap. I'll be good in like an hour.
Yeah, we could take a short rest. Why not?
Let's make a camp. Yeah.
Yeah, let's make a camp.
Yeah.
If we can't get out, we might as well.
This lady's dying. Duh, we need to get her some help. And you
Adrick, I know everyone's in danger, but we need to sleep.
Yeah. Yes. But this
Sorry,
isn't
Bree,
like-
you were trying to. Oh,
no.
Okay.
Okay, an idea.
Yep.
Because I excel at climbing, could I go like right before the bear and kind of assist and adjust where the bear should be moving to work his way up?
yeah, I don't see any issue with that. The blanket idea as well. You could potentially use some of that to maybe try and squeeze the bear as well, almost if you're trying to bind it up, potentially.
Like burrito it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hog tie, sort of hog tie it with its broken leg. Yeah, that's nice. So
Almost like
it's
a
unconscious.
splint. It's a good thing.
Oh yeah, it's a nicer way of putting it. Okay.
Yeah.
So we splint its leg to its body using the blanket, and I've got another bit of rope.
Sorry. Yeah. So you can Adric, you can trail back down the hole, pulling the rope back through so it's not as coiled up, and then you can feed it to Bree, and then with the pair of you in the front, with Coco at the rear, just trying to sort of keep the bear propped so it doesn't slide down. That really is the only way forward.
Happy with that.
I could misinterpret my scroll of fly to say, does it convert it into a fly? But no, got a flying
Unfortunately
bear.
not.
Okay, so I think we just tie it up and go
All
from
right.
there.
No worries. All right, so you've done. The 3 of you have done the rounds. You've managed to sort of cradle this black bear. Or what? The more that you start to look over the bear and try and get it like the rope around its features and stuff, it too definitely has its figure has changed. almost that akin to Renala, but with a tug of the rope to signal that you are ready. You are at the entranceway. Coco, you're hanging on, bare bum in your face, and you slowly see this bear sort of get sucked through, and Adrick follows suit at the back. Oh, hang on, sorry, Adrick. Sorry, was it? Are you staying at the front trying to pull it through, or are you letting Bree in the front?
I think the more nimble should be at the front, and the strength should be at the back.
Okay.
Which is how it works with moving pianos.
Pivot.
You know the piano's on my foot.
All right. So Bree, you're trying to sort of wedge or sort of like press and fit the bear through with every sort of signal of a ready tug, and the bear does move inch by inch, goes up. It takes a while. The pair of you that are at the back, Coco and Adrick, you slowly get through. It's quite claustrophobic, but you do notice that the air does change slightly, and you are all free of the tunnel. The bear, Renala, the five of you are now stood within the antechamber, the chamber that had the altar. Adrick, as you're peering around, just trying to taking some breaths of where you've just been. Wasn't particularly pleasant. You notice that the altar down on the circular island of this room is now fully shattered apart.
Oh no.
Okay, that blows that theory. I was thinking we were maybe directly under the altar, but okay. Is it glowing still, or
It is not. No, the glow has gone.
Okay, and the black stuff and the crystals and all of that.
So the those sort of like sort of claw-like structures that have burst free of the floor, they are still there, but the light that sort of like that sheen that was emanating from the fissured floor, that has dissipated. The razor spine structures in this area as well, that you saw jutting out from the ceilings around the edges and stuff, they seem to have grown, but you do not hear like the grinding of like rock against slate that you were hearing down in the chamber below.
Okay. Is everyone out the hole yet?
Yep, everyone's out the hole.
Okay. Head back for the door. Before I do that, can I go look at the altar?
Yeah, sure thing. You
Looking,
place Renala to the side safely, and you approach the altar.
looking around, because thinking the last time we saw an altar like this, there was that cylinder thing in it. Any sign of any archaeological remains or anything?
Yeah, so part of your original inspection of the altar, when you were all trying to push this thing off, this is this is solid into the ground. The way that this is fractured and cracked with the sort of top, the tabletop, now completely sort of broken like in two, it's almost as if the ground in itself has been pulled and ripped apart. There's no indication that this altar was seated into a pocket, that a lot of masonry objects would be of that importance. We wouldn't slide around, for example. So this was of original construction as part of this domed room that you're in. As you check the rubble, that sort of pictograph kind of storyboard that I described in last session, not in the best of ways, mind you, that seems to have also been like shattered, but more so in areas where it was depicting the rarer variety of these shapes, the rarer, the scarcity of the number of these shapes within the storyboard, but more so within the regions in which you saw the more bulkier, heavier kind of geometrical shapes. But there is nothing actually within this altar itself. Nothing like what you found when you saved those prospectors from Adbar that stormy night.
Okay, worth a look. Does anyone want to do anything else, or are we getting out of here?
We should get out and bang on the door really loud and hard.
All right.
Just try opening it.
It might still have that weird block to it.
It might just
But we can
open.
give it a go, yeah.
That'll be embarrassing if you knock and then it opens.
So the all of you, the whole party, carrying those that you have rescued, you go down the familiar pathway. Adrick guiding them down the entry corridor back to the door. As you're walking through this corridor, the walls either side of you, this kind of black sheen that was coating the inside with all these sort of these smaller spiky protrusions from the wall with these small little gems sort of peeking through in certain hidden corners of the more natural rock. It is slightly morphed in a way, slightly grown. And as you come to the door, just so I make sure, Loch, are you there, mate?
Yeah, yep. I'm here.
Yeah, your pocket is now red hot.
My pocket. I reach in my pocket. Is the crystal in there?
It is incredibly hot. You're playing hot potato with this thing now. You've had to drop the bear.
Yeah, I'll take out the. I'm assuming it's the crystal that's red hot.
Yeah, it is a bright red now.
Yep. I'll take it out. Is it too hot to touch?
Yeah, you have to flick this between both of your hands really, really quickly. If you all weren't in a desperate state of affairs, this would actually look quite comical.
I'll have I got like a piece of cloth, or I'll take off maybe my jacket and wrap it round so I can hold it.
Yeah, sure, you can do that.
I'll
It
look
doesn't
to the
seem to be
rest of the-
burning through.
Okay, I'll look to the rest of the group. This is red hot. I have no clue what's going on. Is it just reached a sort of max temperature now?
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be getting it hasn't turned to like a bright white. It is casting a light throughout the room, just sort of like picking out just how sort of thick and sort of encrusted these the surrounding walls are in this black pearlescent, almost like this oil slick that is around.
Is it? Can I see if it's reacting to anything specific?
Yeah, describe what you're trying to do.
I'm sort of holding it out as I move around to the floor, to this wall, just trying to see if there's anything that it seems to be reacting more prominently with.
As you hold it out and sort of hearing, trying to see anything, trying to just understand what's going on. As you get to the more thicker protrusions, and as you get closer to the hinges of the door, it's almost as if you have a ringing in your ear. It's quite painful. Weylin and Coco, you've had to now cover your ears. And Bree, actually, you've had to cover your ears as well.
What kind of noise was it again?
It's almost like that ringing that sometimes you get if you've been listening to something a bit too loud. In a way, yeah, but it's like a nail being driven into the side of your head. Yeah.
Yum.
Yeah. So Weylin flops his ears down.
I cover my bird holes.
I'll just cover my ears. What is that?
Adrick, Renala starts to stir in your arms.
Oh, I will.
It's very, very minor. It's not like as if she's rocking around trying to get out. It's almost as if like she herself has sort of sensed this ringing that's going on.
I'll carry it. Can I hear the ringing?
Yeah, yes, you can. It's on the borderline of you having to grit your teeth trying to get through it.
Okay, can I take Renala closer to it?
Yeah, you can. She doesn't seem to react to it. She doesn't react to it violently. It's not as if she's attuned to this this red hot rock that Loch has. You think you heard her say something like very faint whisper. She seems to sort of like gently, as you're moving around and everything, trying to sort of almost use her as like a dowsing machine almost. You hear her like whisper, "Smash it," as she sort of leans back into your chest.
I'll look up at Loch and say, "Smash it."
I'll look back. Smash this.
Or what else? Do you want me to do it?
I look down at the crystal. Is it getting worse or?
No, it's still. You can definitely feel like the heat coming as you're holding this this sort of almost like this this bag that you've made out of your clothing. You can definitely feel the heat emanating from the top, like of where it's all been folded over.
I'll put Renala down on the ground and
I'll look.
Okay.
Go on.
and I'll draw my hammer.
I'll look back to Adrick. You sure?
what you want to keep on carrying it until it catches fire and kills us?
It's not getting any hotter, but it is making a bit of a noise.
It's going to melt your brain in a minute.
I'll slide it across. I'll sort of throw it towards Adrick on the floor, so that it can sort of either smash, or if it doesn't smash, he can whack it with his hammer.
Okay. Does it smash when he throws it on the floor?
As you throw it to the floor, and as it comes to rest, it almost doesn't stop moving as it sort of dances across the areas that have been affected by this black covering to the features of the door. It gets caught in a corner and just starts to vibrate like quite fiercely as this ringing just starts to get quite unbearable for your more animalistic friends.
I'll look up to Adrick. Smash it.
I'm going to just smash it.
You're going to smash. Okay.
Yeah.
With what?
My quarterstaff.
Fists. Oh,
Oh,
right.
yeah. Like, I want that to stop. My cat hands.
Okay. As you're about to raise your warhammer, Bree succumbs to the sound. Just annoyed with it all, Bree, you just smash the end of your quarterstaff into this stone, and as you do so, all of you are rocked back by this shockwave that comes out of it as it just explodes in this sort of these splintery red shards. These shards seem to dig themselves, completely avoiding you all, into the surrounding area. And as they do so, they seem to almost shatter this black substance that is around the hinges of the door, the actual coverings of the walls itself, and seems to fend off and push away this substance. And as you do so, you can just see the door creak open by no more than a few millimeters, almost as if this black liquid has relieved the pressure holding the hinge in place, and the ringing has now stopped.
I'll start pushing onto the door to try to open it a bit more.
Okay, you're heaving it through. It definitely is very heavy, but you are making some progress. You can hear the hinge sort of grind as if there's like a load of sand within its mechanism, presumably from like this black substance caught within it still. But you do see light on the other end as you've sort of made probably about a fist-sized gap between the two doors, the two leaves of the doors.
I'll go for to help Bree.
Okay, between the pair of you, you managed to push it open. You are now back in the corridor that you had left Harshnag, Darafor, and Johanna. Yeah, sorry, Johanna. The three of them are not there.
Is the door trying to shut again, or I got time
No,
to get?
it is not. You can see a couple of the red shards falling out of the areas that they've lodged themselves into, and you can just see this substance start to encroach very, very slowly on the areas that it freed. But the door is still free.
Okay, so I'll go and get Renala and carry her through.
Okay. Sorry, 1 second, everyone. Just answering a question. Cool. Okay, no problem. So, with all of you coming through, yeah?
Could I grab one of those shards real quick, if they're still about?
Yeah, you could do.
Yeah, I'll grab like
Wanted
3 or 4 of them real quick.
to. Okay, they are quite difficult getting out of the stonework.
But the ones that have fallen, you said, didn't you?
Yeah, so the ones that have fallen, they seem to have lost their reddish hue.
Oh, okay.
So they're almost just like pieces of glass, almost with like a very faint orange tinge.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take them anyway in case.
Okay.
And then I'll run out the door.
No worries. Okay. So Coco, you're the last one through. You are all within the corridor. Well done.
I like your home, Adric. This is.
Yeah. When I was here, we didn't have giants in the basement, or the black ooze, or crystal things and dragons and any of it. And they've left us here to die, haven't they?
Adric, as you're looking around, hang on, I just need to get something. As you're looking around, the amount of time that so from when you left Johanna, Harshnag, and Darafor, as this black substance seemed to like crash back down and seal the doorway, separating you from them. there are all the sconces lit with like these candles that are used. They burn for quite a long time. Yeah, they're quite dense, and they were probably about halfway burnt. They go for a few days. For what you feel was only been probably definitely no more than 2 hours. These candles haven't burnt as much. They've only gone down no more than quarter of an inch.
How much time would that potentially represent?
Is that a question to myself or Adric? Sorry, Loch.
Sorry, to you.
To
Yeah,
me.
I don't get quite what you're saying. Are you saying we've been away a long time or a short time?
Short. So we've a shorter time from what I'm getting.
Yeah.
Potentially like sort of an hour or so, if that, or less.
Yeah, so with the inspecting, so getting through the corridor to the chamber, inspecting the chamber, getting through the tunnel, having a bit of a fight, saving Renala and co, and then getting back up, which definitely would have been taken a bit longer. You've been gone for yourselves no more than 2 hours. But what's sort of signaling on these candles that you've been gone for no more than
15, 20 minutes, maybe.
12 minutes,
And they haven't waited for us.
and they haven't waited for you. No.
And the giant's brother was waiting upstairs for her.
Is there any signs of a struggle?
Nope.
Do we know about, let's say, the Feywild's time compared to our realm's time? If that's what's happened, if that's what
I
possibly
don't know.
think?
Do you?
I remember we read a book, and I think I asked that question to Weylin.
Very quickly read a book.
That's why I'm throwing that idea.
So Weylin does know that, and yes, time does go. I forget which way. I think it's slower.
And I know him and Loch like glue, and I'm like, okay, you're reacting to something, and you're very fey, and it's weird.
Loch's not
Could just
fey.
Loch's
Loch's just an elf.
Nah, he's a bear. Don't lie to me. He's
He's just he's mostly elf.
Half
Aren't you
elf.
mostly elf? Are you mostly elf?
I'm half elf.
What's
see,
the other half? Oh, I don't want to know. I don't want to know how that happened.
it's half bear. Go on.
Half human.
So what I like to think is that Loch is technically a brand new mattress in a vacuum packed bag. And you cut the seal, and this like inflatable bear comes out, right?
Yo.
Anyway,
Use
yes,
those sharp instruments to unlock it. Okay.
the sharp instruments come out of the foam. So the five of you with Renala and Bear are in the corridor.
Right.
Should we try and find people? See what's going on?
Well, yeah, I think so. But I'm kind of wary.
What
Right.
are you wary about?
Well, what that giant said about her brother being above.
Yeah, that does concern me.
I can scout forward if you want.
Yeah, we may need to scout ahead to see what's waiting for us.
We're
Everything
going to
seems
walk
quiet.
pretty slow. We're going to be pretty slow carrying the bear. So if you can go ahead and see what's going on, or you and Bree go ahead. while
Yeah.
the rest of us
Go.
follow.
Sure.
Yeah, we can race.
Do that, and we'll follow.
All right. So Coco and Bree, you're running off.
Nyong.
So yeah, Coco, you're definitely struggling to keep up with Bree. Let's not beat around the bush.
I'm trying to be stealthy. That's my issue.
So fast
You're
no
low.
one-
You're low to the ground. You're running. Sorry, what was that, Bree?
Oh, I'm so fast no one sees me.
Where's the cat gone? Oh, I'm lost.
She's on the ceiling.
She's the
All right.
thing that we've been scared of.
You've managed to ascend the stairwell to the bottom, sort of like the basement level of the temple itself, and you scale the two sets of stairs up back into the side corridors of the great temple hall. Bree, Coco, you pick up the sound of a bit of a commotion around the corners of everything, but there's this sort of like dampness to the air, almost as if I quite like the smell, but like when rain just starts, you get all like that dirt kind of smell from like everything getting wet. You can smell that, and as you try and search for people, you both bend round the corner and look into the Great Temple Hall where the statue of the supposed statue of Moradin was, which was now an effigy or a monument to the giant god Anam the Allfather. The structure, the statue, has now collapsed to the ground. In the corner of this, the room was set down into like this amphitheater type of arrangement, and down in the corner you can see, being tended by the dwarves, looks to be Harshnag, who does not look to be well at all.
Oh no.
As you step out into the main landing area, like the top level emerging from the corridor, and as you go and you look right towards the entrance and some of the windows that have been made into the wall, you can see that outside there is just torrential rain cascading down. Some of these windows haven't necessarily been built very well, and they are letting in small little sort of streams of water here and there. But something has transpired since your events down in the bowels of Bolgirntek's temple.
But again, it would be only something that could have gone on in the last 20 minutes.
I'll rush over to Harshnag and the rest.
The rest of the group, you've only just got to like the middle of the basement stairwell, so you've got another sort of flight of stairs before you get to this corridor. Coco, you have Bree run off. Bree, sorry, was there something that you'd like to do as you were running off?
I'll just call over to Coco and just say, can you tell the group Harshnag's down? And I just take off towards
Okay.
Harshnag.
I'll run back then.
All right. So, Coco, as you're descending the stairs, you catch on sort of the middle landing. Just taking a bit of a breather is Adrick, Loch, and Weylin, Bear, and Renala in tow.
Cool. I'm panting and a bit panicked. Yeah, Harshnag's not looking good. Bree's just gone to go see what's going on. Let's just try and get these two up as quick as we can, I guess, and then go and see Harshnag. Something's definitely happened while we were down there.
I'll try and get a shift on.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
All right. The four of you are starting to ascend the stairwell once again. Bree, you've now run over. You see Darafor sort of tending to some of the wounds that are sort of stricken down Harshnag's leg. His armor is just completely and utterly torn asunder. You see that he is firmly gripping his axe, almost like trying to prop himself up as almost like a just something to give him some comfort. He is severely battered, bruised, cut up, and you can see Gehenna sort of pulling a cart of medical supplies over towards the group of dwarves and Darafor who are tending towards him. He is deeply breathing in, and as he sort of exhales this breath and looks down, just almost as if someone's like stung him, putting on these ointments and stuff, he notices you approaching him, and he explains, "Oh, thank God you've made it. We thought you were trapped. You were trapped in there." And the dwarves seem to be trying to band-aid up whatever they can.
We thought so too for a while. Felt like we were gone for hours. What's happened?
When you went through the door, we heard something like commotion. One of the dwarves from the main group had come and chased after us just to say that someone was outside proclaiming that this place was theirs. And then from the sky came down something just clad in black, and once I had understood who these two were, I never thought I would have seen them again. I thought I rid the clutch of those eggs years ago.
Were they two blue dragons?
Potentially one of which was just in flight, came hurtling down. Before I could do anything, I was taken back, smashed into the wall. Whilst this tall, I've never seen it. I have heard about such tales of powerful beings being able to willingly change shape, but seeing this serpentine creature, wings sprout from its back and take loft to one of the taller towers within this city, and just seem to manipulate the sky I couldn't concentrate too much as this brutish beast. Just, I'm ashamedly saying, Bree, I almost stood no match. It was. I don't understand why they left, but the weather outside is getting back is going to be a perilous journey. You can see that there's like a slight amount of water coming into the temple.
Okay. I have no idea what's happening. We went in after we went into the door, there was like an altar and then a tunnel, which we fought a crystal dragon. That, if I'm correct, the female dragon that you probably saw that sprouted wings, summoned, and I went down. Kokopelli almost went down too. But I'm glad you're still okay. Do you need any help with healing or anything?
Therefore turns to you. We do not know of such magic that was being cast during the combat between Harshnag and this almost as if this was like a flying fortress of a dragon, just laughing and cackling as he just pummeled Harshnag. It let off a. We thought it was letting off its breath weapon, Bree, but the damage that Harshnag has sustained, it's nothing that we've seen. We are struggling to get Harshnag back up to strength, even strength for him to walk around. He is, dare I say, he's out of action for some time. And you can visibly see just Harshnag wince, trying to keep something in, as the aides are slowly finishing up areas that they've been working on as they move to others.
Take it easy. The rest of the group is coming. How long has it been since we left?
Well, it wasn't too soon. Too soon after the wall just came down. We were trying to hit the wall with the hammer again, but alas, it would not work. The magic that Adrick cast upon his brother's warhammer seemed to dissipate as this covering came down. Not 5 minutes later did we hear of what was going on outside the entryway to this temple. And as we approached, we went to the entrance. We heard something topple below us. Behind us, as the statue that we have uncovered, that I still have questions, just shattered, just collapsed. Its base fractured. And as I turned back to face this giant foe, this being, suddenly it just came from the sky, and from what I remember of that, I woke up with Adrick's cohort, his family, dragging me back into the temple.
Something to be summoned. I'm not sure if you're familiar with this spell or anything like that, but I think is one of the children of the Blue Doom, the Blue Dragon, casted a spell wherever we were. I don't know where it is. It seemed like we might have been parallel to the Feywild. I'm not sure. But this spell kind of goes like this. And then I'll read through the spell again like I did to the group.
Okay. And as you do so, the remainders of your group are now actually at the opening of the grand corridor into the great temple hall. The four of you can see Bree is by Harshnag being tended to.
Is that familiar to you at all?
He listens over and he shakes his head. My only concern, Bree, is that why our mother is being used as part of this ritual, casting her name through these verses. He shakes his head. An omen of sorts it must be, but to what extent I do not know. And as he relays this to you, you do hear a thunder crack out in the distance.
Maybe we should just take it easy, have a think, get some rest, heal, and figure things out after we get some rest, I guess. There's nothing we can do now, really. What do you think, everybody?
You have your party approach from behind you.
Wayland's dead on his feet. Yeah, I think we should just get some rest. I need some arrows, but I will rest first.
We need to just stop for a while, get some rest for everyone, and do what we can for these guys, putting towards the bear in the air.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And this lady has something really strange going on with like a wooden growth.
Yeah, I'll
on
look
her.
to Harshnag. Harshnag, have you ever seen this?
He tries to lean over and catch a glimpse of this affliction that Renala has up her neck, and he shakes his head. No, I have not seen anything like this before. What? Who is this gnome?
Somebody we met a long time ago.
Well, a month, 6 weeks ago.
It
Not
felt like a long time ago. It feels like almost a year and a half to 2 years.
It does, but it was many, many leagues from here. Yeah, halfway across the continent.
Yeah, this is the last place I'd have expected to have seen her.
Well, I don't know. Don't know where we got her from, do we? Yeah, we need rest.
Yeah, I'll look. I'll turn around. I'm gonna go and try and get a fire going. Maybe some hot food and warmth might help everyone else.
I'll ask Durfa, is there somewhere where we can rest? Somewhere where we can get some food? And is there somewhere where this young gnome and her bear can be tended?
He calls out in Dwarven to some of the aides that are on the upper levels of this this sunken amphitheater. They come over with some stretchers. Yes, we will take these two to the infirmary. If any of you need aid, healing, rest, please do follow. But unless you want to rest at your own time, we can set up some of the rooms within the temple or somewhere within the city, Adric, if you find that more befitting of your needs. But I dare say, and he turns towards the entrance of the temple, you're gonna get wet.
Have you tried healing magic on Harshnag? And was anyone else injured in this dragon attack?
No one else seems to have been injured within the attack, almost as if they were there for the intent of just... I do not know, actually, Edgy. Either they were here for our ally here, and he sort of pats Harshnag on the shoulder, or they are linked with what you have, he points to you, Bree, what you have described that went on below this temple. They seem to want us to be rid of this place, and this other being that went off into the sky towards the bell tower, and then suddenly cast upon this area this storm. Dare I say that they may have been the cause of all those weird other anomalies we have described to you, but this storm is nothing that we have witnessed for some time.
Let's see if it blows over. If it was her that created it, she won't be able to keep it going.
All right.
Do we rest now, or do we try and cure Harshnag, or just will rest be all he needs?
We have tried to use what we have at hand. Some of the other members of the seminary that have joined our cause, who joined us to bring Bolgirntek back up to what we were attempting to bring it up to what it once was. They have done what is within their means, but Adric, this damage that Harshnag has sustained, unless you were to just dump all your resources into his ailments, his broken leg here, this is going to take some time to heal, to mend.
Oh, if I'm going to rest now, I might as well use my last spell slot to cast Cure Wounds at level 3.
Okay. Let's see how much you do.
Whoop-de-doo.
You've managed to heal some of this, almost like these friction burns that have been applied throughout Harshnag's leg. They have started to knit themselves back together, but anything deeper than sort of like the like just below skin level, like you haven't been able to reset any sort of bones or knit any of that together. But you can definitely see just an ounce of relief as Harshnag takes in just a deep breath and lets out a sigh of relief.
If we've got another 10 minutes, I could try again.
10 minutes? What do you mean?
Prayer of Healing takes 10 minutes to cast.
Oh, right. Well, you can definitely try and stay with the aides that are helping Harshnag. That can be fine.
Yeah, okay, I'll do
We'll
that
see
then.
what the other members of the group want to do.
I'll go and do that while they carry on.
Okay.
I'm going to be looking for food. Anything I can maybe catch and cook up.
Yeah, so you can find those who have been trying to keep like a small sort of kitchenette going in the area. You can help yourselves to that, get food for the party.
Yep.
You see Renala and the bear sort of being taken off to down one of the corridors. Actually, the corridor that you went down initially, but they immediately hang a right into a set of double doors.
Waylon will probably just get some food as well, but also have a look for arrows. Is there anybody selling arrows around here? Anybody possible?
Norris, you're on the scrounge. You've got
I'm on the scrounge.
bowl of soup, and you're having a bit of a hunt around their supplies. Not a problem. Bree, Coco, Bree first. What are you doing?
I want to head towards a door or entrance to the outside and see how bad it actually is raining, and if I could see the tower that the dragon
Okay.
might be at.
So, yep, you go off. You can definitely see that there some of the flagstones that are within this temple. They're starting to pull some amount of water, but they aren't like really deep puddles. But as you approach further and further to the main door, it is the term "raining cats and dogs" does not do it justice. The rain is almost horizontal. The winds are sort of whipping at the edges of the opening to the temple. You can see high above just clouds of black, grey, swirling ominously across the peaks of the surrounding mountainside. You can see the tower that has been described to you just slightly off center of the city, down on the lower plateau of this area. The clouds don't necessarily seem to be emanating from this tower, but this storm seems to, from the time that you're able to spend at this door before trying not to get too wet, you notice that the rain slightly changes direction from time to time, and sometimes back on itself, almost as if the storm is in this area and this area only.
How could I, when you say this area only, how far out?
You can't see any clear sky over sort of away from the mountaintops. You would literally have to climb up to see where the clouds would end or start. But even that's a treacherous journey in this rain.
Yeah, I will head back in.
All right, and Coco.
And probably grab some food.
I think I'm just gonna get my lute and play a little nice song.
Okay.
Just to make the mood not depressing.
Okay, you try and pick up the lightheartedness of what has happened, and you can describe to us what you are singing, the tone,
So
the melody. Next
yeah.
session,
Oh,
as I'm going to end the session right there.